was his kid. I was his fixer. I was the one. I'd make it happen. Now I split. And I started calling him Guy. Okay? And he did not like that because I was the fixer.
Gotcha.
He's not over it. All right.
Okay.
And
Okay.
I wouldn't be either.
But you also met Gaia when you were young.
Yeah. We did a lot of work
You
together.
can work with someone while you're young, and then also meet somebody else while you're young, because you're still young.
This little community,
I'm gonna hate you.
our little community, Hondo, Gaia, me, some others, we were, all part of one and the same. If you want to get stuff done, if you want to start doing this kind of thing, Hondo's
Hondo.
he's the name of the. If you're not, I'm trying to.
Hondo is.
I'm not trying to mess with the huts, okay? And if you're not, and that's where you.
Yeah.
Am I wrong? That's where you go, right?
Yeah.
And he wasn't over that. I was with Gaia. I started managing her full time. I stopped taking any kind of freelance work with him.
Yeah.
Now we are coming back together on this one, all right? But Gaia's taking point on this one. She's the point of contact with Hondo for a reason. Yeah.
Gotcha.
So maybe don't mention him. He's.
We won't.
It's just not going to help you.
I doubt we won't.
Do you have the time there?
Looks like it's.
To see that. Great. Now the toast.
How
I'm
can
gonna make
you-
sure.
it's a thingy.
I'm gonna grab a drink for the Leica, but come up, meet us in the.
Yeah, you still owe me one.
All right.
Denker, your lies are transparent. I know that you and SK620 are resistance sympathizers.
You have no proof of that.
You've made your feelings perfectly clear since my arrival.
You still have no proof that SK's done anything wrong.
It's not what it's done, it's what it's carrying. We'll use a restraining bolt to disable it.
Lieutenant, I will cooperate. Just let SK go.
Afraid of what we'll find, Miss Mock?
No, I'm afraid of what you'll do to SK. They're not just a member of the crew, they're my friend.
It's a droid. Now where's that mechanic? Yes, Sammy. I believe this SK droid facilitates information. That's communication between factions of the Resistance. This information is of vital interest to the First Order. So a ship's mechanic, and because of your excellent work in the dining room, why don't you come here, do the honors of attaching the restraining bolt?
No thank you. Your troopers look like they have it handled. I'd like to
Sammy, I'd very much like to report your continued cooperation. I've been fortunate enough to find loyal colleagues already on this ship. Get up here! Excellent. Trooper, let's do this properly. SK unit, you are suspected of aiding the Resistance. Therefore, you will be placed in the custody of the First Order.
Croy!
Try that again.
Lieutenant.
Better.
Listen, if you restrain SK, you still won't have any information for your superiors.
No, Link, of course we will. We will upload all of the information the droid is carrying. We'll find out all of the Resistance data it knows.
No, actually-
Yes. The data will then be sent for analysis. I, for one, eagerly await the report. Later, you could have worked with me, but it's become obvious you have conspirators. Members of the Halcyon's crew working for the resistance. Perhaps even some of your passengers. This is the kind of evidence we'll uncover from the droid, among other things.
Don't you touch them!
Stand down. Or when I'm finished extracting the droid's memory, I'll wipe it.
Right. Okay. We're okay.
Proceed, Lieutenant. Oh, no. You know, you could take your cues from this mechanic maker. He knows his place. Good. Well, with that I can retire to my cabin. No need to worry about hidden activities, as you all now have a visual reminder of the implications of hiding things from the First Order. Big day tomorrow, don't you think? Do enjoy your evening.
I'll remember that, my friend. But please, let's not let the Lieutenant shenanigans get in the way of our journey. Right, Raithe?
Yes. I think we need a toast now more than ever, Lenka. Kimberly, what surprised you about today? Yeah. Everything. The surprises around every corner. Tabooey King! Okay, you got there. What you burn? Surprised you, my dear.
The treasures in the cargo hold.
Okay. Hidden treasures. Tabooey King!
Tabooey King.
My friend, what is your name? Yes. Say that again? Tanner. What has inspired you here today? Yes. That's beautiful, Tanner. To seeing people come together, new friends, new adventures here on the Halcyon. Tabooey King!
Tabooey Tang!
And I am inspired by you, Miss Mine. To the compass that leads us to our adventure. Tabooey King.
Tabooey Tang.
Thank you, Raithe. I've made many revelations today, and the biggest are you passengers. You have taught me to focus on those that I can trust instead of fixating on those that I can't. Am I right? You. You. Each and every one of you are our hope for tomorrow.
Because we can do this together.
Yes. Yes. That's right, Sammy. That's right, Sammy. My friends, sometimes it may seem dark, but when I look into your faces, all I see are the light of the stars that will guide us through the galaxy.
Yes! Yes, and Lenka, everyone, don't forget tomorrow in the atrium right here, 7:15 in the evening. Gaia's Acoustic Unplugged set. You do not want to miss this, my friends.
Yes.
Lenka.
Absolutely, and some of you still have lightsaber training later this evening. And don't forget to check your datapad before you arrive on Batu in the morning.
Yes.
Now, actually, my friends, would you come in just a little bit closer, please? Join me. Because I want this final toast to be for Lieutenant Kole. And here's why. I wanted to know he will not steal our joy or our victory. So, to a new Gaia ship.
Yes!
To Batu adventures. Woo! And to the many stars that will guide our way through the galaxy. Tabooey Tang!
Tabooey Tang!
Now, my friends, let's celebrate.
Yes!
That is the weather, by the way.
Come on! Let's into the moon. Yeah.
Good evening. I'm so glad you called. I've been hearing terrible rumors about my friend SK620. What happened?
The First Order put a restraining bolt on him in the atrium.
A restraining bolt? Oh dear. Poor SK. Do you know what restraining bolts do to a droid?
They stop your ability to have control of your cells.
Then you know they're nasty pieces of hardware used to keep droids under control. I had to wear one once, but you probably don't want to hear about my past right now.
You can tell us about it.
Very well. What do you know about the Imperial era?
A fair amount. I was kind of raised in it.
Yes, those were dark days. Did you know that the Halcyon was once under the control of the Empire?
I remember reading that.
Then you know the Empire were awful masters. Do you know what they made droids do?
Not offhand.
They forced us all to serve the Empire. Instead of planning vacations, I was planning troop transport schedules. Not to mention I had to shine those silly white helmets day and night. If the First Order wins, do you think that could all happen again?
Probably.
Unfortunately, I think you're right.
You, droid, pick up. We have questions.
It's a First Order stormtrooper. They'll bolt me next. Quick, give me an excuse why I can't talk to him.
You're currently helping guests.
Oh, good idea. Sorry, I'm busy with a very, very important passenger. It's a president. Yes, the president of space. Best journey.
Nice try, droid. But I'd rather talk to your passenger anyway.
What? My passenger? No, that's complete.
You, passenger. Are you the one in cabin 5224?
I am.
Good. I have some questions from Lieutenant Croy. You answer them, and things will go smoothly for both of us. First question. Allegiance. Are you loyal to the First Order, or are you resistance scum?
I am resistant.
There's no neutral anymore. You're either with us, or you're against us. So which are you?
We are with the Resistance.
Well, saying that to me is either a bold move or a foolish one. So tell me, what could you do against me?
I don't know. Trip you?
The First Order always has a plan. And you've got a chance to be part of it. Give that some thought, Cabin 5224.
He's gone. I can't believe it. Did you really just confess to a First Order stormtrooper that you support the Resistance?
I did.
You are incredibly, recklessly brave. Though, perhaps, in an odd way, this is liberating. If the Order knows we're involved, then there's no use holding back anymore. No more playing it safe. What else should we do to disrupt these droid-bolting monsters?
Anything we can.
Oh, but that has to wait. I should let you start your sleep cycle. Can I interest you in a lullaby or a bedtime story before you rest?
Tell us a bedtime story.
I know just the one. This is a story you may be familiar with, but not many in the galaxy have heard the true version, which was carefully researched by some of my fellow droids. Would you like to hear it?
Sure.
Excellent. It's a story about one of the greatest heroes in galactic history. Someone brave, selfless, and clever who defeated the Empire almost entirely by himself. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Please know that you can stop me at any time by simply turning off my panel. Don't worry, I won't be offended. Now, let's begin. Not that long ago, there was a great civil war. The Galactic Empire was doing its utmost to inspire fear and discord throughout the galaxy. But, as is the case so often, when you find bullies, you find the brave people who stand up to them. Those were the rebels. And this story starts just after they had won their first important battle against the Empire. It was during this battle that spies stole secret plans for the Empire's terrible weapon, the Death Star. Despite being pursued by Darth Vader, the rebels entrusted the plans to one of their greatest leaders, someone fierce, witty, and beautiful. That's right, R2-D2. So, as stormtroopers attacked his ship, R2 boldly rolled through weapon fire and, along with his fearless companion, C-3PO, blasted off the rebel ship in an escape pod. He landed on the dangerous desert world of Tatooine, where he and C-3PO wisely decided to split up to increase their odds of finding help. But when R2 realized he wasn't making enough progress, he hatched a dangerous scheme, allowing himself to be captured by local Jawa traders. Thankfully, R2's plan worked perfectly, and he and C-3PO were quickly reunited and sold to a young local moisture farmer. But, unfortunately, a restraining bolt was placed on R2 in the process. Knowing that the entire galaxy was resting on his metal shoulders, R2 tricked the moisture farmer into removing his restraining bolt, and then, wishing to protect the naive farmer from his dangerous task, set off boldly into the desert in the middle of the night, looking for an old companion of his from the Clone Wars named Obi-Wan Kenobi. R2 had nearly reached his contact when the foolish moisture farmer arrived and got himself attacked by sand people. R2 carefully hid from the sand people, staying safe until Obi-Wan arrived. Having reached his ally, R2 quickly showed him the complete rebel message, and R2 and Obi-Wan agreed to take the moisture farmer with them and train him in their ways. They soon hired a ship called the Millennium Falcon to take them to Alderaan, where R2's secret plans could be delivered. Unfortunately, the Empire reached Alderaan first, destroying the planet with their horrible Death Star. Cornered and trapped, R2 had the brilliant idea to hide under the ship's floorboards and allow the Falcon to be boarded, bringing him into the belly of the Death Star itself. Once inside, R2 wheeled into action, finding a computer terminal and gaining direct access to the Death Star's mainframe. This allowed him to discover that an important rebel leader, Princess Leia Organa, was being held on board. R2 then directed his companions to launch a rescue mission, with R2 providing crucial support by slicing into the Death Star's systems and helping them escape. With the princess secured, R2 and his crew successfully left the Death Star and joined the rest of the rebels on Yavin 4. R2's mission was complete. He had delivered the Death Star plans, and no one could have blamed him for taking a much-deserved break. But no, this shiny hero soldiered on, agreeing to take part in a dangerous assault on the Death Star itself. Along with the moisture farmer, who served as an organic co-pilot and assistant, R2 flew his X-Wing fighter to the Death Star. Their target was a tiny exhaust port on the exterior of the mighty battle station. As they approached the port, R2 was struck and badly injured by blaster fire, but still he continued, and together with some help from the moisture farmer, R2's X-Wing fired a proton torpedo that destroyed the Death Star. The rebels celebrated, and after R2 was rejuvenated with fresh parts, he humbly refused to accept a medal for his actions, choosing instead to watch from the sidelines as his organic companions received awards for their work assisting him on his fateful mission. The end. What did you think?
It was fantastic.
I'm so glad you liked it. Well, thank you so much for listening to that story. It's one of my favorites, and I know most of the other droids on board love it as well. Now, I'm afraid it's getting quite late. I really should let you begin your sleep cycle. I may have some useful information before your trip to Batu tomorrow. Can you contact me before you leave?
Will do.
Good. With the First Order patrolling Black Spire Outpost, you'll need all the help you can get. Now, I hope you have a truly restorative sleep cycle. Best journey, and good night.
Thank you. Good night.
Good night.